Hi everyone, it's the Comic Fan Man here coming at you with another video. And in today's video, in celebration of the release and success of the Black Myth Wukong video game, I wanted to make an easy custom figure of my own version of the Black Myth Wukong, at least until, you know, one of the toy makers actually makes it. I figured I would do this, and first and foremost, for the monkey head, I'm going to be using this figure. This is the League of Legends Sun Wukong. I did a video about him a little while ago, and I was very positive with this figure. I really like it, but it is cartoony looking, so I did want to do something a little more serious with this figure, just to make him look like the Sun Wukong. Well, not exactly, but he's going to look similar to the Sun Wukong from the Black Myth Wukong game. So this figure, although it's nice, it's got too many cartoony proportions to it. So I'm going to have to do something a little different to change it up and make him a little bit more like Black Myth Wukong. Alright, so in the journey to the west, one of the important pieces of equipment that Wukong had was this golden circlet. Now, this figure, League of Legends did not give this figure a golden circlet, but I was able to make one out of my picture hanging wire. Basically, this golden circlet was the way the monk Tripitaka was able to keep Wukong under control. So I was able to make this myself out of the picture hanging wire. It's really thick and it stays in shape. And I was even to make the little curl in the center, which is the way Wukong has it in the Journey to the West. And yeah, I think it came out really good. So I now have his golden circlet that controls him, and now we'll take a look at the body that I chose for Sun Wukong. All right, so now my first idea was to swap heads with the NECA Toys Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed Revelation. And it is possible. Let me just show you real quick. Just pop the head right off. Pop off. Put the head there. Pop off Ezio's head. And it is small enough to work. And that does really kind of look nice. I'm not gonna lie, it does look nice. But the only reason I'm not gonna keep it on this body is because the articulation on this body is not very good. It's very limited. Although the detail is wonderful, it looks like a piece of art. The articulation is very limited, and as you may or may not know, Wukong is a martial artist. To the point where his martial skills are so good that they're basically his superpowers. And so I wanted to use a body that was a little bit more flexible, something that would make him be a little bit more agile. And so this was not the body I decided to use. All right, the second idea for his body that I had was to use the McFarlane Ninja Spawn body because I thought it looked really nice. I knew I was going to use a McFarlane body simply because when I popped this head off, I realized this peg hole, I put it on a different McFarlane body and it worked perfectly. This peg is actually the exact same size as the McFarlane pegs. So I said, okay, I'm gonna have to use a McFarlane toy. figure. And as I was looking, originally I saw a ninja spawn, and I was like, oh, okay, I can use that one. And he kind of looks like a kung fu ninja style warrior. But as I kept looking, I found one that worked out even better. And let's have a look here at Prince Zuko from the last Airbender, the Avatar, the Last Airbender. This is the Fire Prince Zuko. And as you can see, I already prepared the body. I painted some of the details here. And yeah, he looks very much like a kung fu body. This is the tail from the Sun Wukong figure. I was able to remove the tail here, and I glued it onto the back here. But yeah, as you can see, I spent a little time painting it and getting the body ready. So let's put the head on the body. All right, so here he is. I hope you like this. This is my version of the Black Myth Sun Wukong. And as you can see, this Zuko body is really, really good for him. This is about how he looks in the Black Myth Wukong game as far as the shape. And yeah, I did some painting to bring up some of the highlights and the stitching in his armor. And I think it came out really, really nice. And again, the tail is there. I did paint his hands to make it look like fur on his hands with the fleshy underside. And yeah, I think this is a, relatively faithful recreation of the Black Myth Wukong. So I'm pretty happy with it. Basically what I did was a black dry brush, and then I brought up some of the red highlights again by going over it with a red brush. And then this is just kind of gold stitching. Wherever I had stitching on the armor, I just painted it in gold, just so that it sticks out really nicely. And the Ruyi bang, his iron staff, fits in one hand, but you do kind of have to stretch this out a little bit because this is really thick. But yeah, I think it works. I think this came out really well. And I'm really happy with the way the crown worked out. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull it off to remake that look, but it really does work. And the monkey head fits on this body perfectly, and moves around, everything. It's got all the articulation that you need to put him in some kung fu poses. As you can see, I think that looks really good. Makes him look really dynamic, and I think he's going to be really nice to pose with my other figures. All right, so let's do some comparisons. Okay, so if you know anything about the Journey to the West, you know that Sun Wukong is basically the fighting Buddha of the trip. He's defending his master throughout the whole trip against all these other demons. So here I got Clawful as a water demon, and Wukong ready to give him a thrashing. His master was known as Tripitaka. He also had another name, but I don't remember it offhand. And he was a very peaceful monk, and trying to show them how to do things in a non-violent manner. But it was a lesson that Sun Wukong did not really learn all that well, as he murdered just about everybody he came across during the Journey to the West that was a monster. But it's a really good story. If you haven't read it, definitely do yourself a favor and pick up a copy. It's really, really good. All right, and here we have Revelation Skelegod versus Sun Wukong. One of the major demons that Sun Wukong battles in the Journey to the West is the Bull Demon. So that's why I put Skelegod, because he's got these horns. And as you can see, he is much bigger than Sun Wukong. And I also put Skelegod's axe on him, simply because that's the kind of weapon that the Bull Demon had. So this kind of recreates that scene where Sun Wukong has to fight the Bull Demon. All right, and here I have him with my Goliath from NECA Toys, and I got him doing a flying kick toward Goliath. Goliath would more than likely just be one of the demons on the journey. Again, he went through 81 trials and tribulations. Him and his master, along with Pigsy and Sandy, which were the other two companions on the journey to the West. And yeah, so I just decided to put Goliath here because he would obviously just be like one of the demons he would have to face. And yeah, you know, I'm just using a flight stand to make it look like a flying kick. Pretty cool. All right, and here I have him up against my Super 7 Groon the Destroyer from Thundercats. And yeah, I don't know what it was about the Journey to the West. I think the author really did not like cats, because he fought cat demons quite a few times during the Journey to the West. So yeah, I decided I would use Groon the Destroyer to kind of represent that. And finally, here I have him up against Blade Master Wang from Maestro Union. And as you can see with the painting that I did here, he kind of like fits nicely with this look with Maestro Union. And again, one of the major demons that Wukong fought. Actually, one of the first demons that Wukong fought was a tiger demon, and in the Black Myth Wukong, you also get to fight one of these tiger demons. It's pretty crazy fight. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, it's a fantastic game. If you haven't played it, definitely pick it up, because it's definitely worth it. And yeah, I'm really kind of happy with this. I do hope that someone will get the rights to make a Sun Wukong figure, but in the meantime, at least I have this that I made myself, and I'm happy with it. And I think this looks great with both of them together. I might actually just leave these two posed on my shelf together. All right, so I might not have a monk to be Tripitaka, but I do have the Sorceress from Masterverse, and I could definitely use Wukong as her guide, getting her from one place to another in a safe and sound manner. I am really happy with the way this came out. Sun Wukong is definitely one of my favorite like legendary stories. He's like one of the original stories of a superhero. Basically, you can find pretty much, if you read The Journey to the West, you can pretty much find his power set in most of the modern day like superheroes. He's got super strength, super vision, super hearing, super agility, super speed. Pretty much any superpower out there. He can multiply himself, and all of his multiplied clones all have his same power set as well, as far as like his strength, his speed, and all. He's a pretty crazy, overpowered superhero, and I loved him. I loved the Journey to the West. It was a fun book. One of the books that I read after high school, because I did not have the patience during high school to try to read it. But yeah, I was you know, somebody told me about it, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a read. and it was a great story. Very entertaining from the beginning to the end. So yeah, if you enjoyed this look at my Black Myth Wukong custom figure, and if you feel that I've earned it, please give me a like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you and have a great day. Bye bye now.